Today's news.
CBS News on the hour, sponsored by Progressive Insurance.
I'm Cammie McCormick. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth called generals and admirals from their posts around the world to gather in Virginia, where he spoke to them about reshaping the Pentagon culture.
Pacifism is so naive and dangerous. It ignores human nature and it ignores human history.
And Hegseth said the era of politically correct, overly sensitive, don't hurt anyone's feelings leadership ends right now. Here's correspondent Charlie Daggett.
The question, was it necessary to get your very highest ranking individuals from all over the world, pull them in from field offices in some of these places that are conflict zones in Europe with Ukraine, in the Middle East with Gaza and Israel, etc. Bring them all here all at the same time, and of course there's going to be staff, there's going to be advisors, when you probably could have sent a memo out, or you could have had a secure video conference, which is how it's traditionally done.
President Trump also addressed the gathering and said U.S. cities could be used as a training ground for the military. In Portland, Oregon, where National Guard troops could arrive this week, City Council President Alana Prittle-Guiney.
The National Guard in Oregon, and these are Oregonians that we're talking about, are used to being deployed to support their communities when we have major fires. This type of law enforcement action is certainly not what Portland is asking.
The president said today drug maker Pfizer has agreed to lower drug costs. Olivia Rinaldi has more.
He signed this executive order back in May directing these companies to voluntarily lower their prices or face some consequences. That deadline for those voluntary agreements was on Monday, and it seems that Pfizer reached a deal with this administration. The president said that these prices will be reflected immediately, and they're expecting more deals to happen with other pharmaceutical companies that should be announced in the coming weeks and days.
There's still no agreement to prevent a government shutdown at midnight. Senate Majority Leader John Thune.
We are not going to be held hostage for over $1 trillion in new spending on a continuing resolution.
But Democrats are standing firm in their demand for money to extend Obamacare subsidies set to expire at the end of the year. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries.
They'd rather shut the government down than protect the health care of the American people.
A stark warning today from Ukraine's President Zelensky. He said the Zaporizhia nuclear plant could be in critical condition. It's been off the grid now for 7 days. It's in Russian-held territory. On Wall Street today, stocks finished higher, the Dow up 81 points. This is CBS News.
Well, that's today's news. I didn't hear any good news, did you? I didn't think so. I guess it's all about perspective. The glass is half full. Well, as always, I'd like to thank you again for coming along with me on these Dash Cam News adventures. You know the drill. Peace, love, and all that hippie jazz. Bye-bye, everybody. It's 72 degrees in Martinez, California.